So the subject of the talk is immigration, and specifically immigration in the United States, which is kind of a hot topic right now because of the presidential campaign. The point of the talk is that immigration right now looks like something that's unique. There's a lot of bombast. There's a lot of very coercive language that's been discussed about Latinos, about Muslims. So it would look that what's taking place in the United States right now is unique, but my talk really is that, in fact, this is a long line that goes back to 1790 about the way new immigrant groups have been treated in the United States. What I do in my research, and what my research, people doing research in the United States and in the UK confirms, is that most of the assertions that people make about immigrant populations are in fact false. In the United States of America, the safest neighborhoods to be in are neighborhoods that are disproportionately foreign-born. And there's a host of reasons why. The people that are coming are strivers. They're here because they don't want to go back to Syria or to a country where it's a failed state or there's no economy, there's no economic growth. So they tend to be, in fact, more law-abiding. So they're less criminal than the general population. Immigrants pay more in social services than they take out. There's a host of reasons for it, but that's a truncated answer. And in terms of jobs, it's just, the reality is that, like the UK, that immigrant population are doing the jobs that most Americans or Brits won't do. Here, a lot of workers, and I talk with farmers as part of my research, they can't get people to bring in the cauliflower or the apples. They just can't find the population. White Brits aren't going to do it. London, half of all the construction jobs in London are EU citizens. London would not have grown the way it did without having a large pool of labor to build the city. So every argument that you hear about why immigrants basically are a strain are not borne out in any way by the data. And also the other thing is that they want to assimilate. In the United States of America, that Latinos, which is the largest immigrant population we have, they're assimilating faster than my grandfather, who was Italian. It usually takes 2 generations before you've completely lost your language and you completely define yourself as an American. That's even faster for this group. Now, you can go into some neighborhoods where people are speaking Spanish, of course, but the longitudinal data, that is, over time, these groups are assimilating. They're becoming American, and in every conceivable way, the clothes they wear, the foods they eat, they're American citizens.